At the cemetery, people are finding themselves. We are in the midst of the longest heat wave Atlantic City has seen in 25 years. It is 96 degrees at 10. I think about how good it would feel to walk along the beach, in the wet sand, with the ocean lapping at my feet. 2 days ago, I'd stayed in the water so long my fingers and toes had wrinkled, and Hugh had called me pruny. At the grave, I stand on one side of my mother, and Jason stands on the other. I feel the sweat trickling down inside my blouse, making a little pool in my bra. My aunt and uncle, who flew in from New Mexico last night, stayed behind me. I have seen them only one other time in my life, when my grandmother died, but I was only 5 then, and wasn't allowed to go to her funeral. I remember how I'd cried that morning, not because my grandmother had died, but because I wanted to ride in the shiny black car with the rest of the family, instead of staying at home with a neighbor who tried to feed me an apricot jelly sandwich. This time I haven't cried at all. Now I hear my aunt making small gasping sounds, then blowing her nose. Hear my uncle whispering to her, but I can't make out his words. I feel their breath on the back of my neck. Jason clings to my mom's hand and keeps glancing at her, then at me. My mother looks straight ahead. She doesn't even wipe away the tears that are rolling down her cheeks. I've never felt so alone in my life. The book Tiger Eyes is about a 15-year-old girl named Davy who lives in Atlantic City with her mom and younger brother, Jason, who is trying to get over the death of her father. The main theme of the book is about grief and how Davy and her family overcomes the loss of her father. The book is also about Davy and her friendships and growing up. Davy's friend Jane has a drinking problem. They talk about sex, about boys, and about dating. They are teenage girls who are going through that teenage stage where they are wondering about their future plans in college. Tiger Eyes was challenged because of sexual situations, underage drinking, and profanities. In this book, Davy's family goes through fear, anxiety, and depression because of the death of her father. This book was also challenged because of some violence. Parents challenged the book because they want to protect their children from inappropriate sexual content and offensive language. Parents challenged Judy's books because if their children read her books, then they may have questions for their parents. I think Judy Blume's books should only be for teenagers. Judy Blume writes because she wants young readers to read her books. Her books tells about teenage life and what teenagers are concerned with. Some of the topics her books highlight are depression, anxiety, alcoholism, relationships, friendships, puberty, family troubles, school, and insecurities. I think that the book Tiger Eyes should not be banned. The book teaches a lesson that teenagers can learn from. I really enjoyed reading Tiger Eyes. I'd love to read more books by Judy Blume. I recommend this book to any teenager who is having teenage struggles and is going through tough decisions at school and at home. Jason races down the beach, his Dracula cape flying behind him. Mom and I are quiet, listening to the sound of the surf crashing against the jetty. There are so many memories here in Atlantic City. But you can't go back, not ever. You have to pick up the pieces and keep moving ahead. I think about Linnea and Hugh. Will they know how much I've changed this year? Will they have changed too? I'll wait until tomorrow to find out. And then it's possible I won't find out after all, because some changes happen deep down inside of you. And the truth is, only you know about them. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be.